welcome back to another video. Yes, I am making a ranking video with my face cam. I was gonna do it without the face cam. I was thinking about it, but then I was like, nah, right? And I'm ranking anime dads. I'm only going to go off the ones I know. So if I don't rank them, it's because I haven't seen the show. Now, first one off is Tanjiro's father. Never really got a chance, and he was untimely sick. So unfortunately, gotta put him in D. But he was a good father. You know what? Put him in C. He just never got to really show off. Dude from Fullmetal Alchemist, that's a S. That's a S. Hohenheim, you know the problem with Hohenheim? He absolutely loved his boys, but he was a big picture kind of dude. He knew he couldn't just sit there and raise his boys knowing what was going on in the world. But he truly cared for his boys and truly cared for his wife. So to that point, I'm going to say B. You know, could put him in A, but he still wasn't there. King Bradley, who was he a father to? Am I bugging? Put him in D, just because I don't remember. I think this is father himself, and he was the father of the homunculi, of course, and to that effort, he didn't really care. Produced evil kids, but they followed him, so see. Grisha also got manipulated by his own son. He still loved his kid, and he knew what had to be done, even inevitably having his kid eat him. But he was manipulated even before Eren was born, even though Eren did manipulate him. On that point, I give him an A. Because how you gonna let your own kid manipulate you? I don't know who that is. I know this is Kenny. And to that point, Kenny did raise Levi, but Levi still don't love him or respect him because Levi did. Kenny left him in the slumps. On that point, cool character, D. Yujiro's father, not Yujiro's father, Soma's father, just looks like Yujiro. Soma's father from Food Wars sent him away, loved him, even when his mom passed away, gave his son a better life, even though Food Wars is just a horrible show. On that point, he wants the best for his son, so S. Goku. Wow. Goku. For many people, he's a D. I wish I should have made an F territory. But for Goku, F. Nah, I'm joking. Goku absolutely loves his kids. Would do anything for his kids. Trains with his kids any chance he gets, and generally wants to spend time. Of course, he knows the capabilities of himself and the capabilities of Goten and Gohan. That's why he's always pushing Gohan to be better, because he knows Gohan could be stronger than him. On that point, I'm gonna give a C. He got his low moments, but I'll give him C. Vegeta absolutely cares. He loves Trunks. Never wants anything to happen to him. Goes to parent-teacher conferences. You know, he hugged them once in his life, but I'm pretty sure he hugged them more now. He didn't talk about S. Gohan, of course, is an S. Krillin, we don't really get to see much of him as a father. Granted, his character has faded into the background. So, C. B. Piccolo. Oh, because of Gohan? Oh, on that note. B. He still threw Gohan in the wild to dinosaurs. And Demon King Piccolo. I mean, he was a father to Tambourine. Choji ate 2, and I think Goku got 1 off the map. On that point, they were evil. I don't know. They weren't actual working, like, talking children to that point. And then when he became Piccolo and Kami, that's him, but split into 2. So he never got a chance to actually father Piccolo and father Kami. So to that point, D. King Cole. I mean, Frieza was proud enough to go get his father. So, B, he seemed like a good father. Old school Paragus, old movie Paragus. You know, I genuinely think he cared. I know he wanted to take revenge on Vegeta himself and King Vegeta through the benefactor, but he genuinely cared for Broly, tried to keep his power under control as much as he can. Inevitably, he fled. But he tried with Broly. He's still a D. I'm gonna say a C. He's not that bad. Hercule. Chi-Chi? D. You know what? I'm gonna leave Hercule alone. I'll leave him alone, because that's not Chi-Chi's father. I don't know who's the father of him. Han's father, that's a D. Abandonment. And then he set his son up to go to Kite instead of him because he didn't want a crowd to view him. That is crazy work. Killua's father, he's actually a pretty good dad. He looks out for Killua and wants nothing the best for his son. Of course, tortures him, but nothing but the best. Zeno to him, I mean, their relationship is probably the same, but it seems like Killua's father is closer to Zeno. They actually have respect and love for each other. They did jump Chrollo at the same time. Dracula. Dracula. Yeah, I'm skipping 4. Dracula. Dracula. I feel for him. The thing about Dracula is that I really do feel for the dude. His wife died, then he gave the humans a warning, but then he opened up the gates, and then, you know, all that other stuff happened. But inevitably, he wanted to be left alone and let his wife practice medicine in peace, but, you know, blame, set her on fire. You know how that goes. Man, he would have been a good father. Oh, that's Naruto. I'll put him at C. He would have been a good father, but unfortunately circumstances allow. Inevitably, he still cared for his son in the end. So you know what? A. Naruto, you know, since he has Hokage duties, that takes more priority in his life. So unfortunately, you down there, my boy? Nah, not Shao Tucker's level. CEO. Sasuke, yeah, you could be on Shao Tucker's level. You abandoned your kid too. Endeavor, I mean, a kid ended up dying and being a villain, or well, presumed dead and then being a villain, then try to kill most, if not all, your family. Yeah, you could go to D. Aang. Tenzin's a good dad as he learned from Aang to give all his kids love, even though all his kids turned out to be airbenders. While Aang specifically showed love mostly to Tenzin just because he wanted to preserve his culture and everything, which, you know, respectfully, we get it. Especially watching Aang's story, he was the last of the airbender, and he kept trying to get one, and Tenzin was the one. So unfortunately, he treated his son, I'm thinking, I don't know if his son's name is Boomy, but I'm gonna say Boomy and the water girl just differently, just because he focused way more on Tenzin. On that note, you could be C. He made some mistakes, but that's what Korra gave him. And for Tenzin, you could be S. For sure. On that point, Ozai is a D. For sure. He's worse than Endeavor. Trying to think who Professor Oakfather is. I know he's the grandfather of Barry, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll just skip past that. On that note, Iroh, who he fathered. His son died in the war. Are we counting Zuko? If we're counting Zuko, then I mean, S. I mean, right, and then him, Sozin, Iroh's father, Ozai's father, he seemed just, he seemed like he was still on a conquest. He still had, you know, Fire Lord issues, right? But he tried to get Ozai to kill Zuko. So you know what? Maybe it's D. He went out the bad way, but maybe it's D. He had good intentions at the end of the day, right? On that note, I just saw Thor. Askeladd. Oh, Thor and Askeladd. Let's move up to Thor. Thor's a S. Unfortunately, I'll give him an A because he wasn't able to raise his kid. He still looked out for a kid, sacrificed his life for a kid. Because trust me, if Thorfinn wasn't there, he would have done Askeladd so dirty. We know this. And on that note, Askeladd did a pretty good job raising Thorfinn. Even Thorfinn regretted killing him at the end because he wanted Askeladd to be at 100% health. But Askeladd succumbed to his sickness, wanting to be taken out on his own hand. On that point, B. Within that, who would be next? I'm drawing a blank with Professor Oak. I don't know. Like he's not Ash's father figure. Yuji's father, but I haven't seen Yu-Gi-Oh in that long. I think that's Yu-Gi-Oh's grandpa. It's been a long time since I've seen any of the JoJo dads, so all of these, they seem like good people, but leave him out, right? Guts still didn't get a chance to be a father, but you know what? I'll give Guts C. On that note, is that it? Is that all I know? Oh, my anime knowledge is lagging. I know this is crew meet tension. Haven't seen the show in a long time, and this is rather Inuyasha. Haven't seen the show in a long time, and I'm who's Overhaul? Who's Overhaul's kid? Am I bugging? I'm bugging. I'm putting Overhaul at D just for the benefactor of he abandoned his child. I'm like 1,000% sure. Other than that, yeah. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Natsu's father, Igneo, the guy who raised him, that's a S. Still looked out, and if Natsu was not there, Igneo could probably take down Acnologia, but unfortunately Natsu was in the way of that, and it's regular shonen anime, so you know how that goes. Other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. So hold on. I hope you like this list. Let me see if you agree with it in the comment section below. I really should have made an F category because Shao should probably be in F. I mean, compared to these dudes, I mean, you could put an Ozai with Shao Tucker for sure. Endeavor with Shao Tucker, I would give you. Sasuke with Shao Tucker, I would give you. Especially Shao and they abandon their kids on the daily. Other than that, like, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to see more of them. If not, I won't do more of them. Or at least I won't show my face next time. Peace out.